show. It's better for my health, leave it on the show. Ain't hearing nothing else. Tonight ain't the night, knowing the price. Pay it off with my life, till it's out with your lights. Do it all for the Christ, and he ain't playing nice. Knew the end from the start. Fix your face like it's art. The sons of a simp, call him Bart. Yeah, you did your best, played your part. But now it's time to cut you to the heart. Flex on occasion. It's the strangest of the salvation. You see it, believe it, amazing. Them chariots coming invasion since the creation. War, mine, Lord, bless the general. Greatest nation, eat them unequivocal. Bombs dropping, buddy, cause it's biblical. Start shit, now it's time to finish. Whoa. Said he won't woke, he looking for smoke. So, we give him some more. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world. And the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. And the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. And the beginning of ours. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world.
I can't wait for our kingdom to start and for theirs to be finished. Get rid of all of their idols and lying religions. Look for the crown like an Edris. Hey, this that crown talk. Wisdom of Solomon 5 talk. This that second Edris 6 and 9. We want eyes talk. It's your time to end. And my time again. It's our time to win. Away with the sin. You know what it is. Rejoice with my kin. See, that is why we repented. Golden streets, I can see myself in it. The city is bright, the kingdom of light. A wonderful sight past the angels, the inner light. I need 1,000 years of labor. Sit on my throne with my savior. Try to know wine, Prince alone. He bring pain like Major. You think the nations is equal to us? T.K. Kirkland, who raised you? Flex on occasion, my God a racist. That's why we moving with patience. It's been a long time coming. I spent my whole life running. Now that I'm 10 toes down and established my faith on 100. Woe to the nations, my king will race them. You know they gotta be punished. Jeremiah 25. Yeah, you know they gon' fry. Whoa. Said he won't woke, he looking for smoke. So, we give him some more. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world. And the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. And the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. And the beginning of ours. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world.
Yo. All right, yeah. Turn it up a little, son.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Cheer. Hey, come on. Come on, y'all. Let's go.
Act like you know some good.
Hey, we back. Hey, shalom, y'all. Most High in Christ, bless. We back with the Nehemiah Squad. Hey, make some noise. Wow, it's quiet. Yo. Yeah. Hey, it seemed like the live audience, they went to sleep for a second.
They were sleeping.
That's crazy. Hey, so all praise to the Most High. Good to see y'all again. Nehemiah Squad, we're going to introduce ourselves. I'm Captain Zaccai.
Hey. I'm Officer Shell.
Yes, sir. I'm Officer Judah.
Hey, turn up. Remember the last time they had Jadiel Mike off or something? They did the same thing again. Yeah. Put that man Mike on. It's very disrespectful. He ain't going to want to come visit us no more.
It's on.
Oh, it's on? Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Hey, put the camera back on that man, bro.
Hey, shalom, Officer Jadiel.
Okay, all praise. Good to see you, bro.
Good to have you back, man.
So we had to bring him back. So, hey, throw the thumbnail up. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about today's show, right? It's called Justice or Just Us, right? So we're going to talk about the prison system. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us understand that, right? We got a lot of family members who've been in there, or if we ourselves have not been in there, right? And so we got a special guest tonight, a brother that, been in the system for a good while, and he's going to talk about his experiences in there and going to share it with the family, all right? So let's bring him on. Hey, Robert, what's going on, bro?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good.
Thanks for having me on.
All right, yes, sir. All right, thanks for your time, bro. Thanks for coming on, man. So, yeah, just introduce yourself. Tell us, your background and all of that. Just get right into it. And then, we'll
get into the spill?
Yeah, you already know.
My name's Rob. I used to, back in the days, I used to go by Thumper. My first time getting in trouble, basically, was I think I was like 9, 10. Grand Theft Auto. Seen a Camaro, snatched it, drove it off, got caught, and that started my little supposedly career in prison. I went from juvenile hall to boys ranch, county day, back in and out, and then what triggered it, I got sentenced to the boys ranch, Fout Springs.
Hey, Rob.
And
Rob, let me ask you real quick. So where you from originally? You from South Southern
I'm from
LA?
the Bay. I'm from the Bay Area.
From the Bay. Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Because one of the brothers just heard you say where you was at, and he said, "Wait a minute, he from Sac?" Because he got experience with that. Hey, speak to that, man.
Oh yeah, we go to the same one.
I heard you say something about the boys' ranch. That's
Yeah, we go to the same one. We go to Fout Springs up there in Stony Fort.
Oh, okay.
All
yeah.
Right. Yes, sir.
We Sacramento County, Solano County. They diverse all the other places. They got the other one called Byron's Ranch up in the Bay, but they sent us to that one in Mendocino, and I was on a furlough. I was gangbanging at the time, and hopped up out of the car. I had a little chief special on me. I hit him in the head, all of them, and vegetated him, and that just earned me a little ticket to California Youth Authority on a juvenile life 707B case. So went there. That's when everything happened. Trouble, deep into gangbanging, understanding the system, the games, the mind games, that. Then from there, I was 6 months out after I just got done doing that. And I mean, I came in and out before that, but I did 4 off of that because I came out of my door. I popped my door and came out after somebody, and I got them by the shower, and they maxed me out. And then 6 months after I got out, I caught this case right here that sent me away. Had a fun about 147 years of life. I was deep off in the gangbang. I got in there. We go to Quentin. We go to San Quentin, if you know. And that's it's a madhouse right there. It's five tiers, 100 people on each tier. And then, you go to shower at that time, bam, break, everybody goes. So it's like, it's bad.
Right.
Other than that, you could start telling it, you're not going to get no love from the cops, no assistance, no help. You just, what are you? What part of California you from? Oh, I'm from the Bay Area. Oh, you're a northerner. Huh? Yeah. I mean, there's more rules and structure that go about by that, and the names of what you get, signified as.
So real quick, so Rob, so you're saying when you wound up going to San Quentin now, they asking you what part of California are you from?
Yeah.
Or where you
from? Because if you don't know what they're talking
right.
about, they'll ask you that.
Okay.
They'll say, what part are you from? And then they'll label you. Oh, you're from where? Fairfield? Oh, yeah. You're northern. Huh? All right.
Right.
And then you're there. And you get sent to Badger section. Well, I got sent to Badger section. That was a 15 years life and up row.
Right.
So, there, like I said, you fall in, you have to pretty much. I mean, it's not a, well, no, I'm going to do my thing. Yeah, all right. That's not going to happen.
Right. So you got to be affiliated with one of the gangs or some kind of group. You can't just be neutral on your own.
You can't. Unless you can't, unless you want to sit in like Max and people that first get in there, you go like the assay.
Right.
You're not gonna know the 23-1 program. You're not gonna know that. It's gonna break you. You're mentally fit for it. Some people are, some people ain't. So you kind of just dive in with somebody, and me diving in 2 weeks later, I already had 147 years of life, bro. I picked it up and I asked him. I raised my hand. Yeah, I'll do it. Somebody has to go. I'll do it.
So wait. So you saying that the crime, you didn't actually do it? You just you raised, when you said you raised your hand for a minute, you were asked to do the crime and you did it. I just want to make sure I know what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad. Sorry about that.
No, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. I just want to make sure we all clear with what's going on, right?
It's basically asking you to do a removal of somebody who's not good in your group,
right?
And it means by force,
right?
A weapon. And we have Northerners have a policy that if they tell you no less than 6 and no 3-shot policy. So if you got to hit more than 6 times, either right from the torso up, and shot policy, you got to wait till the Mini 14 comes out, because they'll do the block gun, then the tear gun, the 40 mil, and then when the Mini 14 gets cocked, then you can stop.
Dang.
So, yeah, and I didn't stop one time. So, yeah.
So
I got my leg.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's some heavy stuff, bro.
Yeah.
I got my leg in high desert, got shot. I was just doing dumb stuff, and I didn't care about. I just really cared, man. I think I wanted to just go. I haven't seen moms, I haven't seen no family in hell long, so I just like, whatever, I'm good.
Right.
I'm just gonna keep going. Let them shoot me. What they did, they shot me in my leg, and I think that was like the worst pain besides getting my chest broke.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let me see. I got 76 staples in my stomach. I've been stabbed 8 times. I've been battery packed twice.
And this
I've been
is
shot.
And all this is in prison. You say it outside before you came in, or
prison.
you catch it?
Why in prison? Yeah, why in prison?
Wow, this is you going hard in
They
there.
don't, huh?
So you was going hard in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't care. You know,
Yeah.
I had suicidal intentions, bro. I didn't care.
Right.
I was just like, if they take me, they take me. You know.
Right.
I didn't want to die in there. Not in there.
Right.
You know, but if I wasn't gonna do it, if somebody else, all right.
Right.
But yeah, I went hard, man. I got a lot of scars on me, but you know what? When I stopped, they were my mistakes learned.
Right. So let me ask you. So how did you wind up? First of all, you had 147 years. Talk to us about how did you get out of that sentence? Because you out now. We talking to you from the confines of your home. You know.
I committed my crime when I was under 25.
Okay.
So they had scientific evidence that if you're 25 and under, your mind isn't fully developed to the point to where you still have like a lot of child traumatization, or I say from if I'm getting into fights growing up, and I don't think it's bad because you know everybody on the block's like, oh man, you served that fool, you got him, you gave it to him, and that's all I know.
Right.
So, and that's the same with shooting. So when I did my shootings and on that, you know, I was like, yeah, you know, I just got them. You know, they're the enemy. You know, they just got caught slipping. I did a dirty drug deal. Went into the house, told them I was gonna do what I got to do. Went upstairs, came back down. I had a little bit of artillery because I cashed out my. I was working for the railroad at that time, and I cashed out my railroad check and everything. And I went headhunting, and that was it. And I got out because they said that I still had childish, like mental ways.
Right.
I don't know. It's a big thing. It's just basically that.
So
You see
you
the
basically got juvenile life then, right?
Yes, sir. Well, no, that was YA. Yeah, I got juvenile life in YA, and then I got out after 10 because I did from 90 to 98.
Damn.
Yeah, in the 98, 99, 2000, I went into prison for the 25 years. What I got for 147 years. But when they give me the juvenile life, not the juvenile life, when they gave me my parole hearing, I didn't expect one so soon. That was in 2004, I think. I was in 2006. I was in Corcoran Shoe because I ended up doing 11 years in Corcoran Shoe out of my 25 years. They gave me the thing saying that I can get out. And I was like, man, I already did so many stabbing, so much dirt. I don't think they're going to let me out. So years go on. And that was it. No help from them. I didn't get no help from CCR. I just got that from the board. So I changed my own life. I stopped. I gave it all up because I wanted to go home. You know, I got tired of waking up having somebody open my door.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. All right. I don't know if you hear them. They clapping for you. You know the audience is clapping. You know.
Yeah,
Hey,
I appreciate that. Thank you. I couldn't hear him, but yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I just I kind of wanted to reiterate about, we call it the belly of the beast,
right.
the CDCR system. They didn't really do nothing for us when I first went in. They were just CDCR, but then they wanted to add the R on the. They were just CDC, and they wanted to add the R because a lot of killings, things started happening, lifers. All the money was being spent on medical because I don't know if you remember when Polly Claus and all that stuff. Her dad got the 5, 10, 15, 25 to life shot.
Who was that?
Polly Claus, her dad invented that 5, 10, 15, 20 to 5 to life.
Okay. Who
Use a gun and you're
who's
done.
that? Who was that?
Polly Claus was the girl. She got kidnapped out of her bedroom in Petaluma by a parolee.
Oh,
and,
right.
And that was long. So her dad invented and put it before the senator and put it before everybody for 5, 10, 15, 25 to life. Use a gun and you're done.
Right.
And that they didn't know the long-term ramifications from that. That cats in there were just in there for stealing a light bulb, and they already had 2 strikes. That gave them a strike, so they got 25 to life for that.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, everybody, it just became a warehouse because those guys were not being let free because they had life over dumb stuff.
Right.
And that's when they invented rehabilitation so they could start funneling the money to something else. And that was it. It wasn't for our benefit. It became our benefit, but it wasn't for us. It was for them.
Okay, so they could have some more money funneling into the system. Okay, got you.
Yes, sir. Because you figure one inmate, say hypothetically speaking, he's got cancer in his stomach or something. His daily treatments could come up to like 100,000 something a day. Okay. And CCR on one person, they could spend up to anywhere like to $8 million or a year on one person. So you figure their budget, right?
Right.
Yeah. So they're not for nobody in there. They're crooked. They're corrupt. I could tell you one story. I was in the little gladiator war thing. Well, it was kind of like after I got shot in my leg in high desert, I went to corporate shoe. I was in a cast, like an ankle cast, because they did reconstructive surgery on my leg, and I got a bar in there now, and because it blew out my inside left ankle.
Right.
And I was in there, and there was always this little CO. He'd always come by, go to your door, just look in. You know what I mean? Excuse my language, like, what the fuck you guys doing?
Right.
Man, because you got a honeycomb door. We call it a honeycomb because it's a door with a whole bunch of holes in it.
Okay.
And you got no privacy. And he'd come by every day, and I just got tired of it. And I told him, I said, man, respect. Why you always trying to come by here to stay? Man, shut the F up. You go sit down on your rack. I said, yeah, fuck you. If you take off that belt, I bet you wouldn't say that. So long story short, they set me up for a fight with him on Saturday.
Wait, hold on. Whoa. You moving fast. Hold on. Yeah. We got to slow it down. So
my bad.
They said, no, you good. So they set up the fight between you and the CO?
Yeah,
you and the guard?
His name's El Dorado.
Wow.
Little kind of stocky, chubby, little Mexican cop.
So what, y'all was just going knuckles?
Well, they sent me out to the shoe yard.
Yeah.
And his boys was up there and kind of like give me some rules. And they're like, yeah, if you knock him on the ground, man, you better not get on him. I said, man, we fighting. I said, if I get him on the ground, I'm gonna turf him.
Damn.
And yeah, we'll see. So they had the block gun. You know what I mean? Everything's against me. Yeah, they took me out to the cage. I knew what's up. I went all the way to the back of the yard, put my back to it, waited for him to come out. Mind you, I was hopping because I had my leg. And he comes out and he says, you want to do this? You sure you want to do this, Baker? Bro, really? And he throws off his belt, but he had his alarm because those alarms that they have on them, the slight tilt, it'll go off and all the cops would report to that building to help and assist.
Right.
So he had that off already. He took his belt off. He started coming towards me. And when I got about maybe 5 feet from him, I just rushed. I rushed and, just did it. Yeah. It was kind of bad, man, that pretty much. So I got him by the toilet and the wall. They're kind of close together when he got in there. and they hit me with the block gun in my back, and I had a bruise about like that on my back, knocked the wind out of me. He tried to get up and use that for his advantage, and yeah, after all that, they messed up because they left the first watch or second watch left the videotape already in there, and it was still recording. They forgot to shut it off, so they recorded all of it, and then that ended up being seen by a newbie, and he gave it to the watch commander, and the watch commander, it was all bad.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty. Did the CO get in trouble?
Oh, he got fired.
Oh, he got fired. What happened to you?
It was it's like a 4,200 case. It's assault on a correctional officer. But I ended up beating it because obviously.
Yeah, that should have never have happened. You know what I mean? How they gonna sanctioning a fight like Don King?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Rob, I want to take it back a little bit, right? Because you said you left the gang. So you was rolling with the Norteños at the time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So how did you get out of that? Did they accepted that? Like you just said, I'm done, and they let you roll, or did you have problems after that?
So I was kind of up there. Like I said, every chance I got, I wanted to make my little bones, because you had 3 steps. You got the northern, you got Norteños, and you got the C's cutting off.
Right.
And that's like the governing body. Is the Norteños. They come up to you and they pretty much ask you, what I mean, basic stuff. And I'm not trying to be evasive. It's just there's things, because I got a blessing when I left.
Right. I got you.
And usually you really don't, but all kinds of things are starting to change in there.
Okay.
I had made cat, 3, and I was doing my C thing, and I just got tired of it, bro. And I wrote them and just told them, man. Well, and they gave me my little rules. Don't get in no street functions. Don't start selling dope. Don't be in our inner territory. Don't be in our territory. Don't let me hear basically anything.
Right.
If my name pops up, that I'm out there doing something, or because the bad thing about it, I came back to my city, and the gang that's out here. I started it before I went into prison.
Right.
I got an injunction on me in 2009 when I was in New Folsom from here, and I can't go within 50 miles of the east side of Fairfield.
Right.
So, I got to drive through there, so I get nervous. My car gonna break down. Are they gonna arrest me? What are they gonna do?
Right.
But I'm off parole, so I ain't gonna worry about it. I'm about to expunge my stuff too. So
right.
But yeah, I just asked the blessing. I just asked.
Hey, Cat. Right. Hey, can you break down that injunction? Because a lot of people don't know what that is. That's big in San Diego, right?
Sorry about
the gang injunction law.
An injunction is like where a certain gang is dominant in that territory, and they're doing too much illicit stuff, racketeering, murder, all that stuff. So I was in New Folsom, and me being a part of the gang, the one that started it, I was the primary. So they extradited me transferred me from New Folsom to Solano County, the main jail, and served me the injunction. I got on a Zoom like this, but it's a court one, and they tell me the whole rules, everything. I can't be in a 50-mile radius. I'm not to stop, talk, be in that area. And this is going to be a lifetime ban due to the fact that the 1 through 5 got the lifetime ban, started it, first recruit, second, third recruit, fourth recruit, fifth recruit, and then they stopped because they went through generations. And that's pretty much when it's handed down by the U.S. District Attorney.
Right.
And they, yes. Yeah, I don't know.
I bring it up because in San Diego, my wife's family is familiar with some Bloods, and that's a big thing, right? You can't go around them. They can't be at your house, right? You can't hang out with them. So essentially, you came out of jail and you couldn't hang out with anybody you knew, right? That's what I want to share. Or you going back?
Or in the areas that you was in, you can't hang out in none of the areas that you grew up in, and if you get caught in those certain type of areas, for certain type of things, then you would go you going straight to jail. No hands down, no questions, no questions asked. It was like they had that like in the neighborhood that I grew up in. We got caught in the area with a lighter or anything like that. It's straight jail time. You will know with no hands down.
Damn.
You the one that was from Sac?
Yeah, I'm from Sac.
What part of Sac were you from?
I'm from South Sac.
South Sac? Yep. Grew up hanging out around there. Yep. Gardens. Just messing around with my boy from the Gardens and Broderick. Used to go Broadway. What was the other one? I don't know what it. Franklin.
Yeah, Franklin. That's the roundabout.
36th. Yeah, 36th Street. My boy, Crazy Boy used to be over there because I grew up out there, and a lot of cats from the park, 4th Ave, and 12. My boy Kenny. Yeah, all of them are dead, but that was a spot.
Right. Hey, let me ask you this, because I want to talk about a little bit about the life inside the prison, right? So when you get a life sentence, right, how is your mindset in there? As opposed to, because then you went and it got reduced to what, 24?
25.
Or 25, right? So first you had life, and you were doing it, but you were going all out. Mm-hmm. But when you got it reduced, that's what made you say, hey, listen, I got a chance to get up out of here. Let me calm myself down. Or did you calm down before when you had life? Because these and we want to bring this out for the youngsters and even for the older ones who still outside going crazy, right, and they haven't tasted that life. That ain't really no place to be. But
it ain't, because when you got life, bro, anybody that got life, you pretty much they're time bomb. You really don't want to be around them. And so I really didn't get no problems because I had life. And, when you don't got it, man, it's like a landmine. All the problems come to you. And like, oh yeah, you want to go home. You know what I mean? But then you feel like, oh what? Because I'm going home, you think I'm a sucker? Think you're gonna play me? So you gotta balance it out and be like, all right, well, you got what kind of choice you're gonna make? Do I dive into books? Because I started doing correspondence. I got so much correspondence and so many little certificates. I just dove into it. Stay pretty much in your cell, go out, work out, play handball. You try to ingrain, basically, you try to indoctrinate yourself with new things.
Right.
Instead of like, you used to go out to the yard, gravitate straight to the homies. I gravitated just to whoever I felt was doing good and programming and doing right.
Right.
And, that's pretty much, but how I felt when I first came in, lost, hopeless, gave up on my religion, gave up on everything, bro.
Yeah, you see that? That's heavy stuff, right? Because you just said you gravitated, instead of going with the homies, you started gravitating to those who did good, right? And
it's hard.
Right, it is. But this is something biblical, because you said you gave up your religion, right? I just want to read something to you real quick out the Bible, right? Give me that Amos 3. Yeah. Right? This is because this is essentially what you said, but the Bible tell you the same thing, right?
1, 2, 1, 2. It's the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 1.
Yes, sir.
Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you.
I want 3.
Verse 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Right. It said, can two walk together except they be agreed? You was walking with the gangsters. Y'all was in agreement. Everything you was doing was what they was doing. But once you changed your mind and said, okay, I got to get my mind right, then you can no longer walk with them because y'all were no longer in agreement. You're looking for the better thing, right? So that's a biblical, that's when you're trying to get your mind right. When you say righteous, being righteous and trying to get yourself together,
That's the same thing on the flip side too.
I dove into that. Psalms 27. That's my verse. I got it on me. I got it
Psalms 27 here. Oh, hold on. We got to read that.
Towards the end, anybody come before me?
Okay, hold on. We gonna get that, bro.
I lived by that for a long time, even after I gave up on everything, because it's empowering. It's empowering.
Well, you said Psalms 27. You said towards the end.
Yes, sir. Like, yeah, towards the end where those who come against me.
Oh, yeah. 12. Yep. Go ahead.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 27 and verse 12. Deliver me not over unto the will of mine enemies.
That's it right there. Deliver me not to the will of my enemies, right? Because essentially, those were your brothers, but once you turned your back on that, they become your enemies at that point. That's what I said, yo, you kid, don't let me hear you about you doing this, that, and the third, because we're gonna come get you, right? Read on.
Exactly. Yeah.
For false witnesses are risen up against me, and such as breathe out cruelty.
Right. They were breathing out cruelty, right? Threats
Poison.
And all that. Exactly.
Poison.
Right. So yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one right there. That fits. Y'all have some?
Yeah.
But go ahead, Rob. You was gonna say something?
I rock with that my whole life pretty much. Well, not my whole life up until now, but you know, I'm 50 now. Well, I'll be 50 in the 24th of this month.
Right.
And I've lived by that and got empowerment from it. And I don't tell too many people. Like, this is the first time I really talked about my life. I really don't talk to people about it. You know? Except my wife. She knows a lot. My mom, because she's been through it. She lived it.
That's right.
My kids, you know, I didn't get it. You know, I don't talk to all of them because, except one, I got my one daughter I talk to, you know, because they blame me and they can't forgive. Every time we talk, it's something different. And, you know, you're not my, you know, you wasn't there. So I'm like, all right. So, but you lose a lot, man.
Right.
You only know what you lost when you have it and somebody takes it from you and then you want it. Then that's the only time you realize it. Like, be the smallest thing, real toilet paper, toothpaste. You know, I don't want that powder stuff. I don't want, you know, you can't, it's just certain little things that you become.
That's right.
You know, like
you accustomed to it, and then you get up in there and and then you realize really where you're at. You know what I mean?
Snatch everything from you. You don't got no privacy.
Right.
You direct orders. That's all they say. Well, I'm giving you a direct order.
Right.
That's all they gotta do. And then they do the write-ups. They got all their stuff. But you know, there's some people that we learned the law in there because California Department of Corrections has a Title 15 book. And if you learn that, you go by that, you stay on that, then you could kind of see their, you know, you kind of see them, you know, excuse my language, you can kind of see their bullshit when they try to hit you with something and say, you know, well, look, hey, that didn't happen. Why'd you write that? Or how are you going to get 15 minutes to change your stuff? You know what I mean? But like I said, everything's for them. Everything's for either the correctional officers and like when they took the jobs from them, the towers all around the prison that they used to watch the gate,
right,
and put in the electrical ones, you know, a large amount, I think like 400 or 500 correctional officers had to be replaced, reassigned because they didn't have no jobs for them because they just put electrical fence in. And nobody's gonna jump a 10,000 watt fence. You know what I mean? You're done.
Right.
So those cops, they ended up making up jobs, going over here, escorts. Come on, who needs an escort? I could walk to the gate. I've been walking to the gate, but they want a cop to come get you and take you over there because they got to find them a job. And once they did that, it was just bad. And I just don't think that. I don't think they should have become a union. That's my opinion. I don't think they should have been allowed to become a union because they run a lot. They have their hand in a lot of who gets voted as governor. So,
okay.
You know, they got a big war chest.
Okay.
And they're deep into that. But
hey, Rob. So
yes, sir.
One thing we into big is youth violence. You know, youth violent programs, trying to steer people. Can you hear me?
Can you turn up his mic?
No, yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, you can?
I can hear you.
All right,
I just do that sometimes because I got hit on this side and my hearing, it is a little bit off. So I go like that.
All right.
All right, cool.
Sorry about that.
So one thing we really, really big on is youth violence. You know what I'm saying? And trying to stop, you know, our young brothers and sisters from going through those same things. So now that you got all this experience, you got a lot of experience, right? So when you look back and reflect, right? And I'm saying, if you could chop it up with a young kid, You know what I'm saying? Maybe your son or nephew or something like that, right? What would you tell them about the lifestyle? Would you promote it to them? Would you deny it to them, or how would you go about that with the youngster?
I tell them, because I went through that program. They should have it in CMF back in the 80s. Scared Straight program. They take you in there and do the same thing. But, you know, hard head's going to be a hard head. Sometimes they got to learn by the mistakes or something that happens. The only thing I could tell them is, like, you know, where you're at, I've been, and what you're doing pretty much, I've already done it, and I'm going past it, and you're getting there. But my basic things I would tell them is that you don't want that in life. You know, you ain't built for it, because you think it's just about being cool.
There you go.
Taking to people.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Being fly, you know,
Yes.
whatever. It's social standings is a lot to kids nowadays.
Yeah.
Right.
So now
Like,
now
they're
we
really-
vibing. Yeah. So
Yeah.
like you said this, being cool, getting money. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's the vision that's painted for us. But they don't tell us the real story of what we finna go
Nah.
through at the end of the day.
Yeah, because you could get that money, be off the block in a minute, be in the county jail.
Yeah.
And your whole world's gonna flip upside down, because you're gonna be on a concrete cot. You're gonna be asking the cop to come out and get food. You know, you're gonna have to use the bathroom in front of somebody. It's like 3
Right.
feet away.
Right.
So
Hey, a
you know-
lot of the time we'll go to jail because we don't want to be disrespected. Right? Somebody disrespects you, you smash
Yeah,
on him right
right.
there. Then you go into
Right.
jail and the CO disrespects you every day.
every
Right.
day,
Or-
every day
Yeah, you go to jail because you don't want to work for nobody, right? So we'll sell drugs, we'll hustle or whatever. But then when you go to jail, you're working for 10 cents a day. You know what I'm saying? So everything you trying to avoid out there, you getting worse when you get inside.
Right.
you get way worse, because somebody disrespected you there. You got to, like, I didn't really want to do it, but my cellie Stroll, he got disrespected by the cops, and me being his cellie, I had to assist him in the northern, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had to set up the cop, bring him down to the tray side, because they got him lower on the bottom door, right? So you squat down, you get the cop. I was telling him about a 602. I just need him to open the tray slot and come down there and talk to me. So he did, and my celly Stroke, he had a spear with a I think it was like an 8-penny nail hooked up. It was all hooked up. It was like a stick,
Mm-hmm.
and he had it underneath my arm right here. And as soon as the cop came down there, jammed him, went
Man.
through his collar, went a little bit through his neck, and then hit the thing. And man, he broke that down, flushed it. They came, they beat us up in the cell. They beat me up on the walkway. They beat me up in the day room, outside the day room, in front of the building, and then didn't let go of my cuff when we was on the little cart, and turned the corner and then tried to say I was escaping. So that's why they beat me up again.
Damn.
I sent the pictures to my mom. She asked me why I was sending other people's pictures to Ho.
Dang.
I told her that's me. She started crying.
Damn. Let me get Proverbs 29 real quick, right? And this is because remember, youth violence, right? Men like you, because what God is calling, He not calling like Joel Osteen and choir
Right.
boys that sing. He calling the publicans and the harlots to repentance. You know what I'm saying? People from the neighborhoods that can relate to the people that need the healing.
Right.
So
These-
someone like you, someone
right from
strong
the
like
bottom.
you, that can go through something like that. If you could change and look what your job is, right? Watch this. Give me Proverbs 29 and 15.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
The rod and reproof give wisdom,
Right.
but a child left to himself bringeth his mother to shame.
So guess what? Rod goes into the punishment. The reproof goes into explaining why I had to punish you, son. You know what I'm saying? You might see it as a bad thing. You might see I'm taking your toys, I'm taking your game, I'm whooping your behind, and you think I might hate you, but this is why. Because if I don't whoop you now, you're gonna do this thing and you're gonna go to prison. And boom, boom, boom. You
Right.
see how and that could change the child. Jump down to verse 17.
Verse 17.
Uh-huh.
Correct thy son,
Right.
and he shall give thee rest.
Right. So if we correcting our children, right, at the end of the day, they're gonna give us rest. But if we don't, they're gonna give us grief in the future. Right? Read on.
Yea, he shall give delight unto thy soul.
Here we go. This is the point. Watch this.
Where there is no vision, the people perish.
What that mean to you? Like I say, where there's no vision, the people perish. You know what it means to have no vision?
You're without moral compass.
Yeah.
You're just drifting. You're just wandering around.
Right.
You got no stability. You got no anchor. You're not trying to be a productive person. Right. You know what I mean? You're just aimlessly wandering.
Right. And you, like you said, a productive person. Right. If I present you your vision is this, you gotta get money, right? This is the vision I'm giving you, right? Mm-hmm. You gotta not mess with them brothers over there. We're gonna hustle, we're gonna do this, that, and the third. This is the vision. So if I give you that vision, that's all you can see, and you're gonna go that way. But if we got wisdom, you know,
that's how they did my man Rob. To be honest, he just told us in the beginning when he first started talking. When he first got in there, they asked him what part of California he was from.
Yeah,
right. He told him Fairfield. Oh, they said, oh yeah, you were North there. You were Northaniel. They gave him a vision. They told him that's how they that's right. Similar to how they did me when I was a kid.
Right.
Yeah, and they put the blinders on you.
And all they told me was my last name. All they had to look at was my last name. You with these guys.
Yeah, that could happen too. That's just like that. But yeah, my last name, I don't look like it would sound. My last name is Baker.
Yeah. Right.
So they used to let me out a lot with other group segments that we weren't cool with, and I used to always get off. So they started putting my picture up around there.
Right. They said his name is Baker, but he don't look like a baker.
Right.
They say in the mirrors, they'll be going Baker, and they'll be looking around, and I jump out and he'll go, "Yeah, give me a minute. I gotta find Baker." And I'm like, "That's me." He'd be like, "What?"
Right.
I thought you like Ramirez or something. Yeah, all right, sir.
Right.
Hey, and then like when I was going through that scripture right there, we talking about the vision presented to us, right? And now you got all this wisdom. You can give vision to younger children, saying, "Hey, look, this is what they're presenting to you, but this was really gonna happen."
Right.
Right. Finish that without Proverbs 29:18.
Where there is no vision, the people perish.
Right.
But he that keepeth the law, happy is he.
So that's the true manhood, is keeping the laws of God, right? Because you're going to be happy when you're keeping the laws. You're not going to fall into the snares, into the traps. So it's like a lot of people, you see the Bible and they're associated with Christianity, right? And they're all the white Jesus, he sit like this and he's all peace with. That's all well and fine. But at the end of the day, what a man actually is not weak. You know what I'm saying? Remember, in the Bible, if you read it, you read the book of Samuel, there was wars we fought. You know what I'm saying? The book of Kings, we fought wars. The Lord is a man of war. So guess what? He liked men that are warriors, but how do we treat each other? Knowing that we in our enemy's land in captivity, how do we avoid the pitfalls? He tells us to be harmless or wise as a serpent or harmless as a dove.
God's tough.
Yeah.
He's tough. He don't play. I mean, he don't play if you really devolve into it. I mean, like I said, I went without it for so long that I just do me. No disrespect to anything, anybody.
For sure.
My higher powers, I do my astrology. I do my things because it's just me, and I believe in him, but I just have my ways. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I love him. I know he's there. I got his phone number. I call him anytime I want, but I do it by myself. And I just feel that like anybody who wants to try to step into that, I mean, I hate to say it, like I said, no disrespect, you hella dumb, because I wish I could. And I'm serious. I'm not saying that just because I'm on the show or anything like this. I don't do shows. I don't do none of that. I don't get on my knees for nobody.
Right.
Nobody. And I'm just telling whoever thinks that they're gonna live that life, you want that smoke, you think you about it, hop in. But don't do it. Me personally, I'm telling you, don't do it, because if I would have been doing my schooling and all the stuff I'm doing now,
there you go.
Right.
Before, I probably own a couple businesses. I ain't gonna lie.
For sure.
Because everything, I got started late, bro. I got out, and all the knowledge I've had, and I want to do this, I want to do that, because I was never like this. You know what I mean? I had simple things: get up, get my little handy, put it in my back pocket, walk around the block, do my thing, look for enemies, blah blah blah, go back home. Boring. Make my money, and that's boring. I mean, you're not gonna get nowhere, because in there you're gonna be controlled by another man that you ain't never gonna see, because we got controlled by cats that were in Pelican Bay, and that's a prison in right here, like
it's way up top. Yeah,
it's Crescent City.
Yep.
And we were getting ran by 5 dudes in there that ain't been on the line for 30 years.
Damn.
And I'm like, they don't know shit, you know?
Right.
How are they gonna tell me something? And then we just get tired of it. You're like, man. So if you want to be ran by another man, and you want to have a lot of your personal rights stripped, and oh yeah, and your packages that come, household's gonna get a third of that. Cell phone you buy for $2,500,
right?
Household gonna make their own rules and give you the hours that they need that so they can use it.
Okay, hold on, Rob. We got to talk about that now. Okay, so when you saying household, you talking about the gang?
Yeah.
All right, so
household.
Right, so you're gonna get the phone, and they're gonna say, "All right, Rob, you got the phone, but we all got to use it." And now they're gonna break down the time amongst all of y'all.
It's the ones, because you got the people that are just the Northerners. We live there,
right?
And you got channels. You got people that are in command. There's the channel. You got security channel, YC, BC, BCC. You got yard security, yard patrol. You got auxiliary. And then you got your people that are on the POA, plan of attack. You got the first wave, second wave, third wave. You got all kinds of stuff. You got a chain of command, militant, and the ones that are in the building, they're your SCs or the BCC building channel, or the building channel, or the yard patrol, or the building. You got them, and they'll make way to, hey, we heard you got a phone. How'd you hear that? Because a lot of people talk. Everybody want to get a phone.
Right.
Yeah, I just got them talking. See, that's what I'm saying. That I want to show out. Yeah, you ain't showing out in there. You're gonna be quiet.
Right.
Because that's the only way you keep stuff. You got to be quiet. And a lot of the cats nowadays, they don't. They want to show this and show that and do this and do that. I'm like, yeah, if you want to live that life, you ain't gonna live it in there, because you get caught up. People could say, I know some people saying like, yeah, this fool, yeah, this fool did that. I've been there. I done smacked fools. I done knocked them down. Trust me. And I have nightmares from that. I dream about that sometimes.
Right.
And so I don't know. It's uncomfortable for me to talk about that, because, I don't sleep. I don't have too much sleep. 3-4 hours. I get up and I start doing my thing again. I seriously, I really don't sleep too much. My wife, if I have my dreams or something, or I'm going through something on the bed, she won't touch me, because she thinks I'll reflect, because I've had somebody attack me when I was asleep myself. And I had to take the knife from him and stab him with it. Damn. So don't think you're just gonna go in there because you're a go-getter and you're a moneymaker that's gonna follow you. You got other guys gonna give a shit about that. They're just gonna take what they got, and and you're gonna have to go live by their rules and do what they want. And I know some thinks I'm too slick, I'm never gonna get caught. All right, you may not get caught then,
right?
But something will happen, because it follows you. It'll follow you. What's dark always gonna have light at the end. Light's gonna come in.
Yeah, you gotta make that light come in there. You know what I mean?
Sir.
You gotta reach out. And I know you said that. So real quick, because I know you said your name is Baker, but you are Mexican.
I'm actually Filipino.
Oh, you Filipino?
Yeah.
So
I was born in the PIs, but on air base, so I'm pretty much U.S. property.
Okay.
Is that Filipino from your mom or your dad's side, man?
My mom.
Okay, what's your father?
I don't know.
Okay.
Either my mom or my parents.
Okay. All right.
Huh?
No, I was saying all right. Yeah, because we saw the name Baker. I remember hearing from I think
yeah, I was adopted after when I was 18 months.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that could probably have a lot of my problems from just like being to myself, just quiet. My wife, she'll probably say that fool ain't quiet. Didi and all them, Lord. I talk a lot, but only if I know you.
Right.
But my mom, I love her now. She's my mom, but yeah, she's my adopted mom.
Right.
And I got naturalized when I came over here from Air Base in San Francisco. And I've been in the Bay Area my whole life pretty much. Well, I went out to North Carolina for a little bit. That was a while. But came back. I've been here and came here on vacation, left on probation, ain't left. That's right.
Came on vacation and left on probation. All right.
Yeah. I don't know what Steve, yeah, he did that, yeah.
All right. So something I wanted to ask you. All right, because we talked about all right, with the phone time. It was something else I wanted to get at. We talked about the door. All right. So
your package?
No, your pack. No. We talked about that, like when you got your phone and you divided with the. Okay, that's what I want to talk to you about. So now you were looking at it as though the gang was pretty much taking advantage of you and the others. I'm talking about the leaders, because you did mention that the guys up in Pelican Bay, they sending down orders and all of that. They don't know you. I want to know what was the spark that made you say, I'm done? Because we know, we understand, okay, you got the time knocked off and you're doing 25 instead of life and things like that. But was there something that happened within that gang life that you said, okay, I'm good, I'm done?
So I've been going over it because I kind of had a feeling that question was going to be asked.
Right.
And I don't see no problem in saying it or, I did talk to somebody, told them, and, gave them my little input when I was going to probably get around to saying or what they might be asking. And some got canceled, some got approved. So that one was all right. So I'm going to break it down to the point that I don't know if you ever heard about that big hunger strike that was going on in 2011, 2012 in prison. And everybody was fast, was all not eating. And at that time, we were told by brass that, we're not to be accepting any canteen food, we're strictly hunger diet and, hunger strike. We're just going to do it. And so we can get our rights and our privileges and contact visiting for lifers. And it was a whole big deal. But I got into, because there was two guys upstairs, just talking out the door too much. And I asked one of the COs if we could do a bed change. And my wife's brother, he was going to stay in the cell, and the other guy was going to come down, and I was going to go up with the other one, and I was just going to bang him out in the cell and just give him. I was just going to wait, just go right in and just do it. But it had to happen later. It ended up happening basically. I got sent to another yard. Me and him got sent to another yard because the room it was biohazard. When you say that, had too much biohazard, and it was a cleanup. So we got over there. There was two brass over there that was basically running and saying stuff for us to do. And man, I seen IGI. IGI is the institutional gang investigators. Those are the ones that because I was validated. So they escort us everywhere. They come to our door. They give us our meal. They give us our food, everything like that, because they're trained in observing gang things, secret communications, and basically but when I seen them drop off a canteen bag in front of their house and they open the door and let them pull it in.
Right.
I was like, man.
Right. After they were telling y'all you can't take the canteen.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like over here starving. And mind you, I'm in the same category with them.
Right.
And it made me matter because they're doing it and I was over here starving, baloney, because I got a messed up stomach from getting stabbed, and right. it kills me. It tears me up. I can't not go without too much food or anything like that.
Right.
And I was over there hurting, lost like 20 pounds, and I'm seeing these dudes pulling a big old $200-something bag of soups and stuff, and I'm like, all these. So I ride a kite to him. I was like, hey, so what's that? What was that bag for, bro? And they just rolled me back. Nah, you didn't see nothing. We had to use that because we owed debts before we went on this. So we're trying to pay them off. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna suck that up. I look like a stupid what, man. Come on.
Right.
And that's why I just told him, I said, how are you gonna preach something and get a book 200 of it back? You can say what you want to say, but I guarantee you it's not gonna come out. If you are paying someone else, it's not gonna come out with the same amount of soups it went in with. So look, the cause and everything used to be about the people, you know. I ain't gonna lie, when I first came in, when I was doing my little thing with them, and you know, they want you to get your education, they want you to do correspondence. They paid for me to get my Blackstone Career College, my little paralegal course. I got that back in 2004. You know, they were doing things at first. You come into the shoe, you come into Ash, you didn't have a TV, you didn't have somebody take care of you. They were putting money on your books and they were buying you a TV. So I mean, but now I see that as, you know, materialistic, mental manipulation.
Right. That was right.
Yeah. So after that, I just rode a kite to him and told him, you know, I want to step back. I'm going to request blessings. I don't want to, I got options at paroling, getting out. You know, I haven't seen my family since 2006. Mind just 2000. I let go in 2015. I think 2015 I quit. I might be wrong. I don't remember the year. I think it's 2014, 15, or 16, one of those three. No, yeah, 2014 because I met my wife in 16. And he said, we're going to talk about it. We'll see. Give us some wood. So I waited 2 months for my answer because of communication. I had to go up there, come back, and to release somebody that was in the same ranking as them. You know, that's basically, all right, you tipped your hat. We know what you want to do. We're moving somebody in there, and he's going to bang you out because nobody's going to leave. You know, you're not going to get that option. Or you have our blessings. These are the rules and regulations you're going to be adhered to once you hit the street. And it's like that. So if I knew I was getting a new celly.
You knew what it was.
But you know, excuse me?
I said, if you would have got the new celly, you would have known what it was. That he was coming for you.
Definitely.
Right.
We was about to go at it.
Right.
We was going to go banger for banger. That was it. Or first man who walks out is going to be the one that stays because that's considered the big hat. So it's a kill policy.
Damn.
KOS, kill on sight, kill and sell, all that. Yeah. So, yeah, people who want to come play this game, you think it's a joke. Out here it's cool because you got freedom to roam.
Right.
But in prison, you're in a fishbowl.
Right.
You can't hide. So
no, that
you don't want that life. That life sucks, man. It's garbage.
Damn.
You know, it's garbage. I hate talking about it. I mean, I did this because, you know, family.
Yeah, most definitely. And
it's just, I don't like.
No, we appreciate you, man, because we know.
I know. That's why I do it. I do it because I just, and you saying, then she said it was for the youth. And you guys got the youth program or whatever.
That's right.
I told her I wouldn't mind volunteering them to come talk or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, that's excellent.
And
that's excellent. Yeah.
Just to try to get some. I wish I knew the word that would flash that light in their head and they'd be like, "What? School's probably talking good. You probably make sense." But I try to say everything I can so they can grab it and just, you know, I've been on the block, done carried straps, done took straps, done robbed people, done jacked, then played out the Minister Society when they were stripping people with McDonald's drive-thru. I even tried that just to do it. You know, I've done it. You know, it's just been there, done that, and got the scars. And everybody who wants that, go ahead, man. If I can give them to you, I give them to you. If I can give you all what I did, I give it to you.
Right.
'Cause I'd love to go back and do my little schooling and make something. You know, I'm not saying I'm not making it now. It's just tougher.
Right. Right. You would have been further because now you got to go in because one important part is also is that when you go in to get that job, now you have to say, well, listen, I did X amount of time, whatever. Because if you don't, and then they do the background check and find out, then a lot of times you get fired. You know what I'm saying? I know brothers who did that. They went for certain jobs. They said, you know what? I'm not even going to write it down. And then a couple of months in, they find out, let them go. You know, you got to go through all of that.
They initiated what's called the black box rule. A job can't ask you if you had time, if you've been in prison or you've got a felony or anything like that, unless they consider you for the position. If they consider you for the position until you come back for another interview or something, then they can ask you about that. But if they ask you about that before that, it's considered a black box violation and they can get sued. But once the cat's out of the bag, they do the rehabilitation parts. They told you that they give you a $9,000 tax write-off for us if you let us work there, and $18,000 for the second year.
Okay.
Now, so that was like whatever, but nobody wants to tell them. And then I got a 25-year gap. Come on, what am I gonna do? I told them, you know, my thing was I had to tell them. I was taking care of my uncle out on a ranch, and I was doing welding on tractors, just hearsay by word of mouth. Because how else am I going to get around $25? I mean, 25-year gap. Yeah. There's nothing to prepare you for that.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
And
damn.
Well, starting working for somebody else, and try to move up their ladder. I'm cool. Just try to do my own.
He said, I'm cool. Right. No, that's rough, and that's another thing with the youngsters got to recognize. That how their life is going to be really altered. It becomes very difficult. You know what I mean? And it's already hard. Life is already hard, and then you coming in with that. It's just if
you're a product of your environment, you're from the hood, you're from the ghetto. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? Waking up when end of the month, you know, I've been there. Tortillas, maybe some jam, or you know, like meat, whatever. It gets rough, and then you want to go in there, you want to come out here and do your thing. It'd be good for me to get your little money. Yeah, you get your money. That money ain't gonna last. That money's gonna be here. It's been here. Them blocks, them streets. You can't beat the streets. They've been here before you were born.
That's right.
You know,
it's ruthless, and they don't give a damn about you.
They don't.
Long after you gone, that street sign's still there. The liquor stores is still there.
Still gonna be saying. Still gonna be on Google Maps.
Still gonna be on Google Maps.
It's still gonna be there.
Yeah. And that's like a new thing. Bro, when I went in, I didn't know nothing about that.
Oh, that's right.
Nothing. Last time I came out of YA, I didn't even know about an ATM. Then I got locked back up in prison. I mean, mind you, I did have a few phones, but it was just straight to the phone thing, the message thing, and then YouTube and then sites. But that's it. I didn't know how to like really get into stuff.
Right.
And get out, and man, everything's moved so fast. I mean, not really fast because I move fast and I talk fast, but it's just like you're like, damn, I remember this, I remember that. It's like, man, and then you gotta start looking for a job. Then you gotta start tallying for somebody else. And like I tell my wife, I hate giving our landlord that money. I hate it because you know what? I'm not giving it to own it. I'm giving to him to line his pockets.
Right.
It's not ours.
Right.
And I know if I wouldn't have did what I did, I would have probably had one and I would have been lining mine and trying to start something else. I learned. But now I'm just you know, doing my side hustle, my side works, my tattooing, but I'm still giving him that money. And that irritates me because I'm not gonna own it at the end of the time.
Right.
But it's just, you streets don't love you. You know, you gotta love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you're in the right place. But you don't want it.
Right.
Don't be the hard head. And that pride,
right.
Man, I had so much pride. You blink at me, Mom, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Wife will disrespect me. Yeah, what? You're tripping. No, I'm not. I mess around with my girl now. I tell her, like, we're in the car, and I gas it. And she's like, why are you doing that? I said, he blinked at me. I keep going. But I just mess around with it. But, you know, so I really kind of like, I wouldn't mind coming out and doing it because I'd rather see like the people that want to, like the faces, because you could kind of feel like when you got a subject and you attracted their attention. Like right now, I feel like I'm just like in and out here, there, here. Cause I'm trying to grab all the audience, those that are young in the audience. That straight up, this shit ain't cool. You know,
Right.
it's not. It's really not. You know, everybody thinks it is, and you fly because you hang with a whole bunch of cool kids and cool. And fools ain't cool. Fools are dummies. You really talk to them.
Yep.
You know, once you learn something and you really see them for themselves. You see who they really are. But you're right now, you're young in the mind. You can't understand how they're moving, you know, because they move different. They're older.
Right.
But other than that, once you get the gap on how they're moving and what they're doing, then you be like, damn, I followed this fool, man.
Exactly.
I could have been, I could have been in college.
Yes. That's what I'm talking
I could have been,
about.
My own business. And it's so easy to start a business, online business, Shopify, Etsy.
Right.
I do a lot of things now, and I try to do everything. I ain't gonna lie. My wife hates it.
Right,
but,
right.
Making up time.
Because I wanted to be that. I want to be that. I don't want to be what was poisoning to my mind. And it's just, it's bad. You don't want it's poison. All that shit's poison, man. That ain't no life. Right. You ain't got no benefits. You ain't gonna get no benefits from that. You ain't gonna get you ain't gonna get no 401k from it. You ain't gonna get none of that.
Right. There's never 401k.
Porch with a hole in your knee or something. Shot.
Yep. I remember there was a big drug dealer, old school guy from New York. His name was PK Kirkland. And he said that a lot of people think that they're gonna go out and sell drugs and do all of this, and then like the movies, they're gonna turn into legal money, and then they're gonna live happily ever after. He said it's never gonna happen. Right. He said it never happens, and he's been with all the biggest guys, and all of them wind up going inside, losing all their money.
On him. I read a book on him and Prince.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's serious.
The best
brother.
book. If really somebody wants to really get a gift, or some Blood in My Eye, it's a good book.
Right.
Blood in My Eye is written by a prisoner that he lived and died in there, but he wrote the book. It's called Blood in My Eye. It's a good book. It really puts you like, my words can't reach out to you. That book really like woke me up in a sense of like set my moral compass right.
Right.
Because I was just following what they did. I was a follower, basically. Yeah. You call me that. I mean, I don't care now. Back then, you called me a follower, I'm gonna knock your teeth out. But now, I was a follower, straight up. Didn't have no sense of direction. Follow that guy.
Right. And
we just do it because we think what he's got is good. So I'm gonna follow him and try to get it, but you don't. You end up doing something different, and just watch who you follow and watch who you associate with, because birds of a feather flock together. And if you think you're gonna be doing dirt, you're gonna be the dirt one day. So
that's it. Well, hey, Rob, listen, man. We just want to say thank you again, man, for coming on and being gracious with your time. You know what I mean? I want to thank you guys for having me. Yeah, all bro. You gentlemen on the board. And, everything that you guys been through, man, and you here now. I'm proud of you, because it takes a lot. It takes a lot. It's a struggle. Yes, sir.
Definitely.
So, go ahead. You got something?
No, it's definitely a struggle, man. And
yeah,
you could get ahead of that, and you can get ahead of that struggle, right? As long as you understand and know that no matter what you do, you serve somebody, you follow somebody, you go after somebody in whatever you do in this world. Give me Proverbs chapter 28 and verse 4 right quick.
Yeah, we're gonna leave you with this one, Rob, before you leave.
This, man.
Okay.
I got to. Go ahead.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 28 and verse 4. They that forsake the law,
that forsake the Most High, come on,
praise the wicked.
They praise the wicked. They being controlled by the person that don't want the don't have your best interest at heart.
Right.
You following after that person now. You praise that person now. Why? Because we as a people stepped away from what we should have been and what we should have been following from the beginning. And once we get that under control and understand that aspect of it, then we can do better as a people. But until then,
right.
You're aimless, because listen to your parents, they're not dumb. Especially the ones from the ghetto, especially the ones from the hood who grew up like that. and they made it and they had you, listen to them because they actually know what they're talking about. Because we all think when we're young, like, you don't know what you're talking about, man. It's a new thing. Now they know it.
It ain't none of this new.
The game is the same. It's just in different chapters in different ways, but it's all to the same.
It's all
get money.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
Right.
But
I seen it. I lived
I appreciate you guys, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, Rob. All right. And if we doing something with the youth that's close to where you at, where you at now? You still up north? You live up north now?
I'm in Fairfield, you know. But I can fly to Sacramento. Actually, I live right by Fairfield. You know, I moved out of my city, but I'm like 5 minutes from there. I'm not that far.
Yeah, all right. Stay out of Fairfield, Rob, man. Stay out of Fairfield, man.
I come here, you know what I mean? I just come here to see Mom. I'm at her spot right now. I just come here to see her.
Stay out of Fairfield, man.
Bruh.
He said, I'm good.
Highway 12 and out.
All right, that's what's up. All right, thanks, bro. All right, if anything, man, we're going to reach out to you, man.
Yeah, we'll holler at you, bro. Thank you for coming on, bro.
All right, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It was a lot more that I wanted to get into, but it was like, man, I ain't want to. Yeah, I ain't want to put myself out there like that, you know.
You didn't want to talk about you.
That's cool because he put himself out there. He had the courage to put it out there a little bit, you know. Probably you know that took some courage for the brother to do, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
he got to ask me questions. Well, what was you from? I'm like,
he was gonna start asking.
Yeah, he gonna find you.
You see how he got to the neighborhood? He got to the specific neighborhood. He had to back up. He said, hold on, wait now.
Yeah. He went and found me in the yellow pages.
All right. I like 2 Timothy 2 and 24.
Bring it out.
Yeah. You read that down. I'll break it down a little bit. All right.
It's the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 24.
Uh-huh.
And the servant of the Lord must not strive.
So it ain't for us to be arguing back and forth with nobody. You know what I'm saying? We got the truth, and that is what it is, right? Read on.
But be gentle unto all men.
That gentle going to empathy, not weakness. So I can understand where you're coming from. No matter you've been to jail, I can understand that. You come from a broken home, I can understand that too. Read.
Apt to teach.
Able to teach. I'm well studied. You know what I'm saying? And I got the experience to teach. You're not apt to teach when you don't have the experience. I could read a book about fighting, but if I ain't been in a fight, I still can't teach it because I don't know.
Hit.
Yeah, I don't know what a punch feel like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when they say apt to teach me, and you got some experience on you, read.
Patient.
So I could, I gotta understand that go with the empathy also. If you ain't got no empathy, you ain't gonna have no patience. Read.
In meekness, instructing those that oppose themselves.
Instructing the people that's going against their own self. So guess what? We are a nation of people. So when we selling drugs to each other, we going against our own people, right? And you opposing your own self, right? You're going to end up going to jail. That's against yourself. You're going to end up hooked on that drug. That's against yourself. You know what I'm saying? So read on.
If God peradventure will give them repentance.
Peradventure mean perhaps. So it say if God perhaps, maybe, right? Like Ezekiel said, can these bones live? Meaning Israel was so dry. It's like, man, these people are unredeemable. But the way he said maybe perhaps they can recover themselves. Read.
To the acknowledging of the truth.
Right. They might come back to the truth. Read.
And that they may recover themselves out of the snare of the devil.
Then they can recover themselves from the traps that the devil set. So sister was in a trap of prostitution, right? She can recover herself from that. A brother was a drug kingpin. He can recover himself from that. A brother was a crackhead. He can recover himself from that. Perhaps, right? Read on.
Who are taken captive by him at his will.
Hey, the devil is taking us captive by his will. And guess what? Evil communication, corrupt good manners. So he'll show you a music video with all the Nortes hanging out and doing drugs or whatever. We see the same. We saw the Mac Dre's. Right. Who else? We had all the Keek the Sneaks and all. Everybody.
Sneaks.
Yeah, we had
shorts.
the Romper Room Gang and all that.
So Cali, I had 50 Cent.
You have 50 Cent. Yeah, East Coast had 50 Cent or whatever. You know, but we see those things and we see that lifestyle. I was like, ooh, that's what we want. And that's the devil's trap that we got to recover ourselves from. He said he take us captive by his will. You know what? Every problem in our community got to do with the sins God warned us about. Yeah. Lust, covetousness,
right?
Envy,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Emulation, all these things. Pride. pride, all these things that God warned us about. The devil, he's like, okay, I'm gonna get this group with pride. I'm gonna get this group with envy, so on and so forth. He's taking us by, because look, the devil been around since the beginning of time. Right. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never lost his memory.
Whatever you like, he got it for you.
Yeah. He got us pegged. He know us better than we know ourselves. I'm on this earth, 30 plus years? Devil been around centuries. You know exactly what a guy like me wanna, you know what I'm saying? He can find my vice and take me a captive, unless I've Psalms 111 and 10. Unless I Psalms 111 and 10. Watch this.
They blaming me for the mic.
hey, and I'm glad you brought that up, because that goes back to my point that I was giving him before he got off. Right. You gonna serve somebody. If that devil take you captive, you gonna serve him.
Right.
Period. Point blank.
Devil good.
Get him Psalms 111 and 10.
Mm-hmm. This how you avoid those snaps, the snares and pitfalls, which we didn't know. We didn't know, right? Read what you got.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 111 and verse 10.
Uh-huh.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Hey, fearing God is the beginning of you doing anything wise on this planet, right? Read on.
A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
The fear of the Lord, that's the beginning of wisdom. So the rap video show me that I should steal, right? But if I fear God, to say, thou shalt not steal. Am I going to step in that trap? Nope. Right. You got women out here, and they always try to get you to look at it from a different perspective. You remember when the devil was tempting Christ?
Right.
He tried to get Christ to look at it from a different perspective.
Come up here on this mountain.
Right. So guess what? It's a evil communication, corrupt good manners. So you might have had good manners, but your girlfriend will tell you, hey, look, man, you having sex already for a dinner. You might as well skip the middleman and just get the money. You're already doing it. Boom. And then she take that mindset, and now she a full-fledged hoe. You know what I'm saying?
Full-fledged.
Yeah, and it's the same thing with the fellas.
Can't be half hoeing out here, Cap. That's what he said.
Oh, yeah, that's what they doing. They out there half.
He said,
but guess what? Hey, you wouldn't fall in that trap if, because you got the fear of the Lord to say, there shall be no whores of the daughters of Israel.
That's
right? If you fear the Lord, are you gonna fall into that trap? Nope. You ain't even gonna fall. You gonna steer clear of that. You know what I'm saying? Proverbs 1 and 10, especially for the youth. I like to read this for the youth when they walk up to the camp or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, because this guy, like my man said, he said something so heavy. He said, if I would have, everything he was finding out in the end, you know what I'm saying? He found out hypocrisy from his buddies or whatever. He was like, man, if I knew they was doing that, I would have never followed them. And then I could have been this, I could have been that. Because look, the brother got potential. He get out of prison years and years, and he's starting business. His brothers have been out of prison their whole life and can't start no business.
Right.
This brother got the brains and the wits to start a business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if he been shown a proper vision, who knows where he could have been? Right? Read that.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 10.
Uh-huh.
My son, if sinners entice thee.
My son, if your buddies entice thee, sinners entice me and make something look good. Try to get you to see it from a different perspective, right? Read.
Right.
Consent thou not.
Consent mean don't agree with them fools. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna lead you down the wrong path. Read on.
If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood.
Right. So here go an example. He said, for instance, if your buddy say, come, let us lay away from, meaning let's go rob somebody. Let's go get somebody, right? Read on.
Let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave.
Right.
And whole as those that go down into the pit.
Right.
We shall find all precious substance.
We gonna get a lot of money. We gonna get a lot of jewels. We gonna get a lot of substance, meaning things you can touch, right? Things that you want. We gonna get it all, read.
We shall fill our houses with spoils.
Spoils is the thing you rob from people. We gonna have all the goods. We gonna have all the diamonds. We gonna have all the chains because we robbing people for their chains. We robbing ladies for their purse. We gonna have money, right? Read on.
Cast in thy lot among us.
Put your lot in among us. Now you join in the gang. Now it's a hierarchy, so on and so forth, right? You cast in a lot. Now, this level get this, that. It's all explained in the Bible. This is how we could have avoided this pitfall. Read on.
Let us all have one purse.
Let us all have one purse, meaning we all got the same money. We all eating, but the man at the top eating more. He more corrupt than everybody else. Read.
My son, Walk not thou in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from their path.
If we would have applied this as a people, but we don't know, right? Read on.
For their feet run to evil, and make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird.
You remember we read in 2 Timothy that they may recover themselves out of the snare of the devil. So now instead of calling it a snare, he calling it a net. It's still a trap. It's a trap. He said that net is spread far, and many of our young kids is falling into it. So it's up to us, up to a brother like that with the experience. He apt to teach. You know what I'm saying? Up to a brother like that to get to them kids. And
well, that net, it started from what? How they trained your mind, right? Give me Isaiah 51 and 20, right? Because you talked about that net. Because what happens is they train you in a certain way, put your mind to what? Who you are is not a thing anymore, right? So now you out there. He said aimless, without a vision, right? Without the vision, people perish. He said you out there aimlessly moving around, and he used the moral compass, right? So go ahead, read that.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 51 and verse 20. Thy sons have fainted.
Thy sons have fainted. Meaning what? That they don't know who they are, right? You don't know you Israel. You don't understand that you got to keep the commandments of God, like we brought out in Psalms 111 and 10. So you have no understanding. Thy sons have fainted. They don't know anything. They don't know who they are. Go ahead.
They lie at the head of all the streets.
Right. Before you reading Proverbs 1, right, about what? Thy son don't follow if sinners entice thee. What? But the first enticement come when you hanging out on the corner. You on that block. That's what it's talking about, right? At the head of all the streets. Our people was there chilling. Yo, what's going on? And everybody just plotting on crime. That's just what it was. Read.
As a wild bull in a net.
You heard that? In a net. Again, we talking about that snare, that trap, that net. As a wild bull in a net. Because what? We were wild, aimlessly. Like he said, no moral compass. You wild. Go ahead.
The rebuke of excuse me. They are full of the fury of the Lord.
They are full of the fury of the Lord. Come on.
The rebuke of thy God.
Come on, read.
Therefore, hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine.
Right, afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. When we talk about the wine and all of that, being afflicted and drunken, we talking about what? All those lies. Right? You were asleep. You in the congregation of the dead, like I say in Proverbs 21:16, because you fainted, right? So now all those afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. Come on.
Thus saith the Lord, thus saith
Lord.
thy Lord, the Lord and thy God, that pleadeth the cause of his people.
Go ahead.
Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury.
Right.
Thou shalt no more drink it again.
Right. The Lord said you ain't going to drink that again because now I'm going to bring you back. Right. So that's what we got to do. We got to bring the people back with what? With the word of God. That's what happens. Read on.
But I will put into the hand of them that afflict thee.
I will put into I will put it into what? What is the it?
Yes, sir.
That what?
The dregs.
That cup of trembling, the dregs and the cup of my fury. The Lord said, I'm going to give it to them now. Go ahead.
Which have said to thy soul.
Which is said to your soul, our soul. Come on.
Bow down.
Bow down.
That we may go over.
Because what happened? Hold on. Because when you're in the prison system, what happened? Like you said, you working for 10 cents a day. They making all type of money off of us with that slave labor in the prisons.
Right.
And not only, and even out here, right, we not living right, and we doing all type of madness, what? Abortions, Planned Parenthood, all of the madness that comes with it. He said, bow down that we may go over. So they walking all over our back, right? In slavery and moving forward. Go ahead.
And thou hast laid thy body as the ground and as the street to them that went over.
So guess what? That's called vengeance. The Lord gonna come back. But at the same time, we got to start getting our minds right. You know? Well, go ahead.
Keep going. No. Go to verse 1, 42.
Oh, okay.
52, verse 1.
All right. Go ahead.
Break it down.
Isaiah 52, verse 1. Awake, awake. Put on thy strength, O Zion.
Go ahead.
Put on thy beautiful garments.
Go ahead. Put on thy beautiful garments. That's the commandments, right? When you read in Revelation, when they talk about give me that white robe, right? Getting the white robes and the palms and all of that, right? That's what it's talking about. Put on that beautiful garment, the laws of God. Go ahead.
O Jerusalem, the holy city.
Yeah.
For henceforth thou shalt no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean.
Meaning what? That you're going to be circumcised, what? In your heart and minds, as the Lord would say, right? You're now going to be circumcised and what? You're no longer going to be unclean.
Yes, sir.
Right? So all praises. But damn, we got to read the next one. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Verse 2, shake thyself from the dust.
Right. Shake yourself from being damn confused. That's what it's talking about. Go ahead.
Arise and sit down, O Jerusalem. Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion.
Right. We got to remove those bands. You know what I mean? And we have to get up out of that confusion and know who we are. Man. But go ahead, bro. We're gonna keep. You
definitely got to read verse 3 now. We in.
Yo, I was trying to let y'all get some burn. Go ahead, verse 3.
Gotta go.
Verse 3. For thus saith the Lord, ye have sold yourselves for naught.
Right.
And ye shall be redeemed without money.
Right, because we sold ourselves for nothing, meaning what? Because we wound up going into slavery because we didn't keep the commandments. But the Lord said, I'm going to redeem you without money. You know how? What it said in 51, when he said, I'm going to put the cup in their hand.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He going to come and destroy them, and that's how he going to redeem us. But all praise to the Lord.
Oh, praise. Right. He said all that to the verse 20s. Isaiah 50, the ones that fainted at the head of the street, the ones that's in the neck. He said, shake yourself from the dust.
Yep.
Wake up. You know what I'm saying? That's what we telling the people.
That's real talk.
That's snare, man.
I want to go to Proverbs 13 and 20 for what he was saying. Because something that was heavy he was talking about was it felt like when he dreamed, he still think about it.
Right.
That's important for these kids to know because it ain't just like you do evil and it goes away.
Right.
Right? Proverbs 13 and 20.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 13 and verse 20. He that walketh with wise men shall be wise.
Right, so that's what we were saying. Your circle. He was saying how when he got in there, they told him he was going to be northern, and then once he picked a side, then he had to go all the way. Go ahead.
But a companion of fools shall be destroyed.
So if you set yourself around foolish men, you're going to take foolish actions, right? When we was talking to the brother, it was clear that the guidance wasn't there for when he was young.
Right.
He had to realize that the circle he was with was foolish. Keep reading.
Evil pursueth sinners.
That's what you don't realize. When you're doing evil, it's going to pursue you. When you're doing sin, it's going to follow after you. You don't get to just be like, oh, it's over. That's what he was saying. Jail is a fishbowl.
Right.
Meaning what? The evil is all around me. And it's constantly following me. Yeah. So now he's out of the environment, but he still feel like, dang, something chasing me. Right. Something changing me. And that's what Cap was just going into. When we change, the Lord going to take that away from us. He's going to take that feeling of, there's got to be retribution for my actions. Right. Right? The Lord said you can repent.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. Keep reading.
But to the righteous, good shall be repaid.
That's that repentance. If you change, if you repent, good will be repaid to you versus the sinner feeling like, hey, I got constant death following me, right? I had one more. All right, Sirach 40.
Bring it out.
On the dreams, what are you saying about that? Go to Sirach 40, read verse, I think it was 5. Let me look at it with you. You got it? Yeah, start at verse 5, yep.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 40 and verse 5.
This is talking about a man, right, that is born from the womb. These things trouble him, right? The thought of death, but it goes into specifically when you're sleeping. Start at verse 5, keep reading.
Wrath and envy, trouble and unquietness, fear of death and anger and strife, and in the time of rest upon his bed, his night sleep, do change his knowledge.
That's what the brother was saying he was going through. He got constant stress. His wife watching him, he going through it. This is what happened to brothers in jail, right? We was talking about it a little bit before the show. You go to jail, you think, okay, you finna have a good night's sleep. That don't happen. Right. You do this evil, now you stress. Go ahead.
A little or nothing is his rest.
You can't keep your eyes closed. You can't relax. Go ahead.
And afterwards, he is in his sleep, as in a day of keeping watch, troubled in the vision of his heart, as if he were escaped out of a battle.
Read.
When all is safe, he awaketh and marveleth that the fear was nothing.
I want verse 8. Here's the point.
Bro, that's PTSD.
100%.
In the Bible.
100%.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Such things happen unto all flesh, both man and beast, and that is sevenfold more upon sinners.
You see what the Lord said? All of us got stress in our dream, but he said the sinner got sevenfold more of that. The mind of a sinner is going through it.
Right.
It ain't no relaxation. You doing that crime and you think, okay, it's done. It's a way with now. The Lord said, I'm going to make you think about it every night.
Right.
That's what happens to our young kids, and they don't see that. They don't understand
because they really don't hear about that. But a lot of people talk about that when they like him. He said, the brother Rob. He's talking about how should I say it? Unaliving.
Right.
Like cats to tell you in the world how they get down after that. They can't sleep. They seeing these individuals. Yeah. All right. So these are important things to know, because you don't want to be out there dealing with that and thinking it's a game like it's Grand Theft Auto. You know what I'm saying? Like it's GTA. It ain't. No, it ain't that. This is real.
Man,
ain't no extra man.
I knew some guys in Oakland, and that's what they was doing. They was playing Grand Theft Auto.
Right.
Just running around, killing people, and now they all in jail for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
And they all having them dreams, just like we just read in the scriptures.
Yeah.
That stuff don't go away.
No.
Quit playing the game, man. It's a game, but they ain't playing, bro.
No.
They're not playing.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Give me Isaiah 42.
Yeah.
Give me Isaiah 42 and 22.
Yeah.
Bring it out.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 42 and verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
We are a people. That's one thing that we forget. We forget we are people. We think we Bloods and Crips. That's not a people. Those are sets and gangs. But we are a people more than that. But us being a people, we are robbed, meaning they took everything from us. Spoiled mean we no good. You can't drink no spoiled milk. It's not useful. That's how we are as a people. We robbed and made no good. Read on.
They are all of them snared in holes.
There go that net again. There go that trap again. We snared and trapped in holes. We in neighborhoods, right? That's so heavy. Here being in IUIC, give me opportunity to travel far and wide. I done been to Atlanta. I done been to New York. I done been to New Jersey. I've been to Philly. I would have never been to none of these places. I probably would have been in California, live and die here, and never seen anything else, right? So I cannot. I'm stuck in that hole. I'm stuck in the mentality that I'm a Californian. You know what I'm saying? I ain't from California. My people is all over here in the ghettos. I'm from Babylon the Great right here, right? Read on.
And they are hid in prison houses.
We hid in prison houses. This is where the trap lead us. We stuck in prison houses. Read.
They are for a prey.
We are for a prey. A prey is something to be eaten by a predator. So guess what? Your oppressors, they eating off you, right? The mayor got a job because of you. The cops got a job because of you. Right. The lawyer got a job because of you. The judge got a job because of you, right? We funneling this whole system. Read on.
And none deliver it.
Nobody coming to deliver the Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans but us. We the ones coming out here saying, shake yourself from the dust. Read.
For a spoil, and none saith restore.
Ain't nobody gonna do it if we don't do it. That's why Christ said the kingdom of heaven is within you. It's within us. See what I'm saying? We gotta go out there and put that work in.
Hey, jump up to verse 6. Stay right there. Jump up to verse 6.
Verse 6. I, the Lord, have called thee in righteousness, and will hold thine hand, and will keep thee, and give thee for a covenant of the people, for a light of the Gentiles.
Go ahead.
To open the blind eyes.
Stop. To open the blind eyes, right? Who can't see what? Who can't see that future, that vision, right? With hope deferred.
Yes.
Right? Yep. Right. When you can't see that vision and you don't see the dream, the Lord said, what? I'm coming to open those blind eyes. That's what it's talking about. Read.
To bring out the prisoners from the prison.
Right. Because the prison starts here, right? And then when you're in the prison house or you in jail, you got to do what? You got to see the vision to be able to get up out of there and then make something out of yourself. That's what it's about on a carnal level. This is not the actual, you know what I mean? How can I say the historical context is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about as far as what it means spiritually on top of that, right? Read.
And them that sit in darkness out of the prison house.
Right. To get you up out of there, but you got to be what? You got to get your mind right. Right. That's what it started off in 6. I have called thee to righteousness. Meaning what? You got to get your mind right. You got to keep the commandments. You got to know who you are. To grow and build and get up out of there. So brothers who's locked up, you know what I mean? We gonna get up in them prison houses, man. We gonna start teaching y'all. You know what I'm saying? If y'all ain't be able to watch us, and I know some of y'all watch us online and y'all see the videos and so on and so forth, but we gonna be coming up in there. You know what I mean? To get y'all right. So when that time come for y'all to come out, y'all gonna be teaching out here. And for the ones that's gonna be in there, if y'all really doing life, And you can't, but then you got to teach in there, because that's the job that the Lord is calling us to do. But go ahead, y'all.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Y'all might see us out there preaching to the people, and if you're not understanding what you're seeing, it look like we being prideful and bashing people. That's not what we doing. We trying to recover the sight to the blind, letting them know that guess what? Your Democratic Party is not what you're supposed to be chasing after. Your gang is not what you're supposed to be chasing after. You see what I'm saying? You are a people, and what they've taken from us is from that people the idea of rulership. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to survive within another man's rulership, right?
Right.
But Hebrews 11, give me Hebrews 11 and 14.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 11 and verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
For they that say such things declare plainly that they seek a country.
A country to rule, rulership. And that's one thing blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans is not even on their mind. They fully engulfed in the American dream of melting pot. You know what I'm saying? But who did the melting pot first? Nimrod. Mm-hmm. Nimrod tried it first. God didn't like that, right? Now the Greeks try it in the Maccabees. God don't like that. And here we are in another melting pot. God still don't like that. Right. You know? But when you read the Maccabees, it said we like the glory of the Grecians best of all. Right. You know what I'm saying? So whatever their dream is, it's like our people buy into their dream like the white man got it right. He got it all the way wrong. You know what I'm saying? And it's never going to work with them on top, us on the bottom. It's kind of like, you remember like he said, the higher he got up, he started to realize things. He said, you know what? Yeah, things ain't all that what they told us, right?
Right.
That's kind of what happened to our people. The more we march and we try to be with them, we start to realize things, right? It's like, you know what? Maybe I did integrate my people into a burning building.
Right.
But after Martin Luther King did his job and put the message out that they wanted, and he realized what was going on, they killed him.
Right.
Because he did the job that they wanted, and that dream that he had affects us to this day.
That's right.
You know? And are we disrespecting Martin Luther King? No. Because one thing about all of our leaderships, they had an immense love for their people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got so much hatred for our people. We ain't seen a leader since, because don't nobody love their people no more. We love our gang now. We love our family now. We love our street now. We love our Democratic Party now. We done forgot about the people.
Right.
So you look at the Martin Luther King, he loved his people. You got to big him up for that. Malcolm X, he loved his people. You got to big him up for that. Marcus Garvey loved his people. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we lost. And now you're looking at the Israelites again. We love our people.
Right.
From wherever we coming from, whatever lifestyle we coming from.
No, absolutely.
For the people.
You know what I'm saying? And what the Lord said, that he saved the apostles for last. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all, play video number 6. Play video number 6. Number 6.
Oh, they good. I only know.
Do y'all got the volume up? Probably not.
All right, I got the music.
Probably not.
Start it over.
Yeah, he's
Start
got
it over.
Yeah,
you know that prison labor in the United States generates billions of
they
dollars
turn the volume
each year,
up. We don't know what the hell
but
going
inmates
on.
often earn less than $1
Hey,
an hour.
can y'all start from the beginning? Come on.
Start it over.
Yo, we let them live. They ain't had to play no videos tonight, really. And then the first one comes up, they wilding out. Hey, go ahead, y'all.
Did you know that prison labor in the United States generates billions of dollars each year, but inmates often earn less than $1 an hour? Private companies and even government agencies rely on cheap prison labor to produce goods and services. Everything from license plates to office furniture. It's practically free labor. And here's where it gets darker. These low wages trap many prisoners in poverty, making it harder for them to reintegrate after release. Most of those affected come from poor and marginalized communities, turning punishment into profit and poverty into prison. Private prisons have a vested interest in keeping cells full. More prisoners mean more labor and more profit. So, is this justice, or is it just modern-day slavery? Subscribe for more truth bombs.
Right.
It's definitely modern day slavery.
Right.
It's definitely modern day slavery, and that's why they put the traps and the snares out there for you so they can keep you at the bottom. Give me Judith 5, verse 20.
Bring it out.
Let's get straight to it, man. This is why they do these type of things. They put they make sin look good on your television, on your TV shows and your movies. And then as soon as you do it, whoop, snare right into the prison house.
Right.
Trap right into the prison house. Read it.
This is the book of Judith, chapter 5 and verse 20.
Yeah.
Now therefore, my Lord and governor,
Come on.
if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their God,
The error is sin. The error is sin. Come on.
let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
What ruined us? Sin ruined us. That's why they so quick to make things legal. That's why they so quick to make weed legal so they can keep you in sin. This is why they so quick to make homosexuality legal so they can keep you in sin. They make the man a homo, and then they let him do things secretly to other men, and when they find out, they kill the man, and now everybody in jail.
Damn.
These are the type of snares that they set. They make the weed legal, so now the drug dealer can get away scot-free with what he's doing, but now one man envying after another one, boom, he did, and now they got they got two Israelites off the street for the price of one. These are the traps and the snares. Go ahead.
Let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
And we shall overcome them. One go to jail, the other one is in the grave. He's dead. He's gone. Come on.
But if there be no iniquity in their nation,
But if it be no sin in us, if we following the rules how we supposed to,
let my Lord now pass by,
leave the Israelites the hell alone. Why?
lest their Lord
Lest
defend
what?
them. Lest their Lord defend them.
You see what these heathens acknowledge? They acknowledge that the Lord God is your Lord. It's our God, not theirs. Come on.
And their God be for them. And we become a reproach before all the world.
And then we become a laughingstock before all of the world. So they have to put this stuff out here for y'all for us to see it and do it. They know a lot of us Israelites is monkey see, monkey do.
Damn. Yeah.
And guess what? If a monkey get his ass whooped, then so will you.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Hey, the thing that's so heavy about it, right, is just simply put, our culture is not to steal. It's not to do evil. That's what that verse is saying, right? Read Judges 3 and read verse 2. It's that simple, right? They understand that. They understand that your culture is not to do evil. It's not to sin. It's not to murder. It's not to commit adultery.
Right.
But the Lord said, I'm going to leave these people among you, and this is what they're going to do. Judges 3 and 1 and 2. Watch this.
It's the book of Judges, chapter 3, verse 1. Now these are the nations which the Lord left to prove Israel.
So these
by
nations
them.
are among us to prove us, to see if we're going to do what the Lord told us to do, or if we're going to follow them. Go ahead.
Even as many of Israel as had not known all the wars of Canaan.
Go ahead.
Only that the generations of the children of Israel might know to teach them war.
What our people don't understand is this warfare.
Right.
And they
right.
lock us up in jail for doing what they do.
Right.
The white man stole all of America, and then he got the nerve to put you in jail. You should come with me.
For stealing.
You should come. Exactly. You should be in
You
here
should
with
come
me.
with me.
I just did. Right. Come sit with me. You did this. This is what you do. I learned this from you. I learned this from you, and you going to lock me up for being you?
Right.
It's ridiculous. But our people don't see the trick and the trap in it. Right. You know what I mean? We don't see the trap in it.
But that's why the scriptures say, as the looking glass is white, they still they rust over just like that because they fooling you.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, but check this out. You talked about the war, right? There's a war. Get that real quick before you go back. Wisdom of Solomon 14 real quick, right? Because there is a war. We're going to talk about that war right now.
Bring that out, man.
Before we're going to throw it back to you, officer.
I'm good, Kevin. I'm good.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse
22.
Verse 22. Moreover, this was not enough for them, that they erred in the knowledge of God.
Right. They erred in the knowledge of God, but watch this.
But whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance.
They lived in a great war of ignorance. That's what's going on right now. The great war of ignorance. What's the ignorance? They don't understand who the Israelites are. They don't understand who God is, right? So the ignorance is what? And we like to pick on the Christians, right? But you a Christian and you running behind white man Jesus. We in a war of ignorance with you.
Bring that out.
Because sometimes we bring it out. They be like, oh, the way y'all bringing out these scriptures, you act like it's a war going on. I said, there is a war going on. It's the war of ignorance. Because you ignorant as hell. You don't understand what's going on. So we trying to bring you to understanding. That's where that war is. We got to stay in this fight. That's why we got to bring out these commandments, bring out the scriptures, bring out the understanding. When we bring these guests on, it's to do what? To reach the people.
Yes.
Right? To reach the people. Let you know that whatever is going on, everything is relatable to the scriptures. So you can understand there's nothing out there that God don't talk about. Right? So that's just lamb backing off what Officer brought out about the war. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. We the only nation on the planet, because it's a war going on. War got different phases, right?
Right.
They show you war, and you think of like Troy and all the movies, like that's one
the final
phase.
battle scene.
Yeah, that's the final battle. But guess what? That war start with a conflict. So when you watch Troy, that started over adultery.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, we the people on the planet, right? We involved in a war. The people that's against us, they are taking it there. They took it there. They killed a young kid on camera and held themselves not guilty. That's an act of war.
Right.
They took it there.
Right.
And we the only people on the planet not fighting. We get whooped. So what we trying to do, we trying to tell the people, hey, look, shake yourself from the dust.
Exactly.
War a good warfare. Are we telling you to fight physically? No, give me
But before you go there, you're gonna pull that scripture.
Yeah.
But why did you gotta ask yourself, why did the Lord leave those nations there? He said what? Because the children of Israel, the ones who were young, they did not know war.
Right.
So he bringing the war to them for them to get the idea on how to fight, right? And what, like you brought out, the other nations are bringing them all type of foolishness.
Yeah.
So they had to do what? He had to train them up, say, yo, here, take this. You're going to be battling against this the whole time.
Right.
So this is the same war we in today.
Mm-hmm.
We know we fighting other nations, what? This time spiritually. We ain't going to go to physical war. And that's what you was about to say. But go ahead, pull that scripture.
Nah, that's heavy, Cap, because that's drill music, right? I don't
Right.
want to take us down another
that's
path,
good.
but you think of drill music, or you think about these new rappers, or you think about Glorilla. That's
Right.
all they be banging in the street now.
Right,
So
right.
that's warfare for the kids to learn how to off-put that and keep the laws of God, come back to their
Right.
heritage. So I kick it back.
Right.
Yeah, that's war on your children. Mainly war on your children. It's war on yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
war on your mind. And like I say, it's different phases. We thinking of the physical war. Give me 2 Corinthians 10:4, right? Because God explained it to you. We black people know how to fight. We know, all of us know how to fight. You know what I'm saying? On some level, we
Well,
know
not
how
all
to
of
not
us.
be no
Some
punk.
of us.
Yeah, some guys, they
some people that don't know.
it ain't all the way there. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? I retract that. Some of us know, most of us know how to fight. You know what I'm saying? And we think a lot of us know battle, a lot of us know fight, but none of us know war.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? God teaching you war. So watch this.
2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Hey, the weapons of our warfare, they not carnal war weapons. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is how you win. Read.
But mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds.
Hey, God's words pull down strongholds. Strongholds live in your mind. So Christmas was a stronghold. Pulled that down. White Jesus was a stronghold. Pulled that down. Hatred for your brother was a stronghold. Pulled that down. Now we a unit again. Now we standing up again. Read.
Casting down imaginations.
Casting down every imagination what we thought was right, the way we thought we was moving. Read on.
And every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God.
Everything that exalted against the knowledge of God get cast down. This is how you win your war. You know what I'm saying? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. That's how we become a wise nation. Where they say this is a great and mighty people. Right? Read on.
And bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ.
We got to bring down into captivity every single thought to the obedience of Christ, right? So guess what? Gang banging? Nope. Love your neighbors yourself. You know what I'm saying? Who is your neighbor? The children of your people, right? That's the two great commandments. Love God and love your people. That's what it say. How you love God, you keep the commandments. How you love your people, you keep the commandments that pertain to your people. And now we a nation again.
Right.
Now we a people again. And then once we a people again, now we can start to fight.
Right. And with that fight, that's why, give me Ephesians 6 and 10, right? Because even when you read 2 Samuels, right? Matter of fact, hold on. Before we go, give me 2 Samuels. Hold on, let me see this. And then we're going to come right back to Ephesians, all right? Hold that. But I want to show y'all something first. In 2 Samuels, I think it's 23. Let me see something. Damn. Let me see. Hold on. You know what?
22:18.
Nah. What's 22:18?
Deliver me from my strong enemy.
No. I'm talking about there was something in there, fence with iron. Yeah. Let me get 23. 2 Samuel's 23 in verse. I want 7.
This is the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 23 and verse 7. But the man that shall touch.
You know what? Starting at 6.
Verse 6. But the sons of Belial.
Yeah, sons of the devil. Go ahead.
Shall be all of them as thorns thrust away, because they cannot be taken with hands.
Right, because you ain't gonna be holding nothing with thorns on it and all of that, right? You cannot be taken with hands. Go ahead.
But the man that shall touch them must be fenced with iron and the staff of a spear.
Right, you got to be fenced with iron, right? You got to be covered in iron. Listen to what's being said here, right? Go ahead.
And they shall be utterly burned with the fire in the same place.
But I wanted the part about the have the spear and iron, because what that sound like? That's armor. Yeah. Right? So when you go back now to Ephesians, right? Now that's a physical. Now, after you read that was talking about all the mighty men under King David, right? And it started getting into all their exploits, all the people they knocked down and all of that. It was crazy. So go back to Ephesians now. That's why we're saying that now is a different type of warfare.
Right.
The Lord was allowing all of them type of physical wars to go on for this time. Now we got to be fighting it different, right? There ain't gonna be no mighty men fighting against the United States of America. No, that not now. When Christ come back, that's happening. But right now, you got to do what? You fighting against that war, ignorance. You fighting this. But go ahead.
Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might.
Right, and we read that every week, right? Every week when we salute each other, be strong in the Lord and the power of his might, and the power of his might, right? Go ahead, read on.
Put on the whole armor of God.
Put on the whole, that man must be fenced. He must be fenced in iron, because you can't hold on to them thorns, right? When we're dealing with all this evil, we got to do what? Put on the whole armor of God, right? Go ahead.
That ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Against the tricks of the devil, right? Letting you think that, you know what I'm saying, if you just hustle right now, you're going to have enough money to get your moms out of poverty, man. You know what I'm saying? And all that. Before you know it, you're getting bagged up and you inside. And now you got to call moms from inside talking about your mom needs bail.
Right.
Go ahead, read.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
Go ahead.
But against principalities. Against powers.
Right.
Against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
Right.
Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Against spiritual wickedness in high places, right? That's what we're dealing with. All of the educational system destroyed, everything put together to get us in those prison houses. Go ahead, read on.
Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God.
The entire armor of God. We didn't even tell you what the armor of God is. The commandments. Right. Keeping the laws of God. That's the whole armor of God. Right. Why? Because you ain't going to fall into the wiles of the devil. Because what? You keeping the commandments. You going to know thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not
steal.
Thou shalt not steal. Yep. Thou shalt not covet. So on and so forth. Yep. Read.
That ye may be able to withstand in the evil day.
In the evil day. Go ahead.
And having done all to stand.
And done all to stand. Meaning you keeping all the command. You doing everything in your power to not go down that road of sin. That's what it's talking about. Read.
Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth.
With truth, right? And we know what truth is. That's what? The commandments of God, right? Read.
And having on the breastplate of righteousness.
So the whole thing is talking about all the different parts of your armor, covering what? Your whole body. But this is spiritual. That's why I said before, this is not what? We don't fight against flesh and blood. Read on.
And your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace.
Because even the knights and all that, when they used to wear the armor, they even had something covering their feet. Yeah. Right? Go ahead.
Above all, taking the shield.
And the shield now. Now it's talking about your shield. Go ahead.
Wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
Right. So all them darts going to be coming at you. You got your shield. You got your helmet. You got your breastplate. Even your feet covered. Read.
And take the helmet of salvation.
Damn.
And the sword of the Spirit.
Come on.
Which is the word of God.
Right. Which is the word of God. Right. So we got to, this is the war we fighting. It's a spiritual war to do what? Keep us out of these prison houses, keeping us out of those damn death chambers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of it, like he said, you getting life, but some guys getting the death penalty.
Right.
So on and so forth. We're doing what? Just not doing basic keeping of the commandments. We got to be parents, teach our kids these things. Like he said, listen to your parents. That was heavy what he brought out.
That's right.
That was heavy because he said he was adopted by that family. I'm pretty sure they didn't tell him to hit the streets, right? So he said, damn, if I would have just listened, I wouldn't have been in this. And a lot of y'all brothers and sisters out there, remember, honor thy father and thy mother. Listen to your parents. It's basic.
Yep.
Go ahead, y'all.
Nah, what was heavy? Read Proverbs 1 and 8. Officer Judah was here earlier, right? So before you read about you being enticed, right? It says that, right? It says that as the preliminary thing to do before you listen to the streets.
Right.
But a lot of kids disregard verse 8, and now we in verse 10.
Right.
So read verse 8 real quick.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 8.
Right.
My son, hear the instruction of thy father,
All praises.
and forsake not the law of thy mother.
That's the problem, right? You disregard verse 8, and now we in verse 10, and the streets is telling you what to do. So
Right.
it's heavy what you're saying. Like, when we think about it, if a lot of us would have just listened to what our parents did, they don't want us to create the same mistakes. So they telling you so you stop doing the same things. But we repeat the cycle because we refuse to listen to them. That's a lot of what's going on in our community. So when he brought that out, I thought that was a heavy point just to let the kids know. Listen to it.
Hell yeah.
We repeat the cycle because the television make it look fine and make it look good.
They put out shows like BMF.
Yeah.
Right.
And they make it look fun. They make that money look like it's something good to have, but they don't tell you nothing that comes with it.
Yeah, like you said, they making them shows like BMF, right? 50 Cent put that together,
right?
And so I heard he got a little problem with the Meech, with Big Meech in them, right? And he told me, "Oh, the show is over."
Right.
That's good. The show is over.
Right. Yeah. Praise God. Yeah. Praise God.
Yeah. Get that show up out of here. Yeah. You know what I mean? Nobody needs that show right now. We need something else. You know what I mean? We celebrating these brothers. And listen, the brother got out of prison or whatever. All praises. But guess what? Now do something good. Yeah. We don't really need to rehash your story. You know what I'm saying? And I know he feel like he need money, and you know, but this is just going back to what you're saying. We can't be bigging this stuff up.
Right.
You know what I mean? The BMF show. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Get that up out of here. You know, and no disrespect to the brothers, because we wishing them well, that they're gonna come out and be productive. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure if Meech had a chance to really speak, I'm pretty sure he gonna tell people, do not go down that road.
100%.
Right? He was the biggest drug dealer in America.
Right.
Probably the biggest one America ever seen. And he had to go sit up in the prison for 20-something years. You think he wouldn't, if he had to do it all over again, you think he gonna do that?
Nah.
Come on. You gonna say something, bro?
Yeah, man. We they whooping us so bad and putting bad images out on us for so long. Now we doing it. It's crazy, bro.
When somebody else take your story, they can put the music to the wrong part. You know what I'm saying? That's real.
What the hell?
Yeah. So watch this.
Dropping all Judah balls today.
Yeah.
He had another one earlier. I let it go.
So guess what? When
Judah parable. Well, say it again. Say it.
Judah parable.
When
I bet you don't remember.
I probably do. When the superhero come, right?
Right.
America come and take America, or America comes takes Arshrif from the Native Americans.
Right.
And guess what? They play that patriotic music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that
Right.
music make them seem like the good guy. Right? But if they play dun 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 like
Right.
they should have played,
Right.
you get the right picture. So somebody take your story and they gonna glorify the worst parts of your story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now we got the wrong vision to the children on accident because your story gets sold.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like you said, we don't need that show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's trying to be the next Tyreek.
I think you got a 95-year-old black man soul.
Maybe. I done been here before.
You said you got a 95. We don't need to hear no more of them drug stories, man. And yo,
My man Parable came out of nowhere, but it was good. It was good.
yeah. But now, real talk, we gotta show different. Hey, that's why you gotta love original royalty films, right? And I know that's like a cheap plug or whatever. But the point is, we have to start showing ourselves in a bigger light. We have to show ourselves as what? As Christ, because that's what it was. Yeah. As Moses, right? And further on, we're gonna have other movies showing the Maccabees, showing hey, we got to go back into history, showing Saint Maurice and all of our great people throughout history, right? We have to show those things. Yeah. You know what I mean? As much as because we from those hoods, so we tend to glorify the the drug dealer and so on and so forth, because those were the guys that we seen first really living big. Right. Our parents was working and everything, and they had a little car and all that, and we like, oh, okay, we were happy with life. But then we went outside and we like, wait a minute, he only a couple years older than us. How come he got a Benz? What the hell? So we start looking at that and saying, hey, these are accomplishments. That's why we looking at the drug dealer like that. We forgetting all of the people that got poisoned for the fact of him getting big. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of those brothers, they understand that now. You know what I'm saying? So, and just like he didn't want to talk, Robert didn't want to talk too much about his story, it's a lot of guys out there that don't want to discuss that because they knew what it brought to the community. So as a Big Meech and all these other guys, they need, okay, we understand you got a story to tell, and some stuff is captivating, right? You read it, you're like, wow, this is, this is crazy stuff. But we need to slow that down. A guy like 50 Cent, you already got 5 Power series out there. It's all crime. Now you got BMF. It's all crime. You just want to keep making crime? Right. And that's why they keep giving them money. The day that 50 Cent say, hey, I want to make a Bible movie, he's out of business.
It's a rap.
Or I want to make a movie about a structured black family.
Yeah, exactly.
Done for it, bro.
Yeah. He can't do that?
I dare you, 50.
Yeah, 50, why don't you do that?
I dare you.
Yeah, there's plenty of good stories out there I'm pretty sure you could do. You know what I mean? Even if you wanted to fictionalize, because he's a good storyteller. Right. Even if you wanted to create something, but make it to where this family is doing stuff, whatever. Right. You can still have drama in there, but you got to start doing something different. We cannot keep showing these visions to our kids, right? But this is the war we fighting. Right. This is the war we fighting, man.
Yep, the great war of ignorance.
Yeah, man, but Lord's will, man. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. Is that it? Yeah. That's it. We out of time.
Crazy. We did that one. Hey, that show was fire, man.
Yeah, man. All praise to the Lord. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We gotta show the box. Hey, y'all. hey. That QR code, make sure y'all snap on that QR code. Send us every dollar you have. Whatever you got, send it right now. All right, y'all, but give as you can, though. Seriously, y'all, all right? When y'all watch us, y'all see what's going on. The Isaiah 11:11 project, all right? We sending brothers all over the earth teaching our people. Y'all see the videos. It ain't nothing fake. Ain't nobody buying no mansions or nothing like that off of the bread. So send that and feel comfortable that you part of the mission. So all praise to the Most High. Send as y'all can, So next week, what we got? Hey, throw that thumbnail up. All right, here we go. So this one is called FBA, the Divide and Conquer Blueprint. So we're going to be getting into our brother, Chris Lodge. Remember, we had him up here last year talking about reparations, right? So we're going to talk to him a little bit about that. You know what I'm saying? Because some things didn't work out the way he wanted it to work out. But we told him, we told him how it get down. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to play with us. The Lord already told us we ain't getting no reparations from these people. He going to, we read it tonight. Remember what the Lord said? He said, I'm going to redeem you without money. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's how we going to get everything. When you read in Isaiah 60, well, hey, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. The forces of the Gentiles going to be brought to us, Chris. But we're going to talk to Chris again. That's our man. You know what I'm saying? And we saw him in L.A., and he was like, yo, when he coming back on the show? So this was the perfect opportunity because of the FBA topic that's flying around now with the foundational Black Americans, and all of that being brought up by, Tariq Nasheed and others. And we look at it as a divisive thing, you know what I'm saying? But splitting up the tribes. This is the time when all the tribes got to get together. Yeah. And they taking this time to now split the tribes. Right. You know what I'm saying? And no, so we're going to talk about it because Chris got a lot of knowledge on that as well. So we're going to sit here and have a nice little convo, you know what I'm saying, with our brother Chris and get down to the bottom of all of this stuff, But all praises to the Lord, man. We want to say, thanks to Officer Jadiel for gracing us again, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We keeping him.
Straight up.
Yeah, we keeping him.
Yeah. Yo, listen, just announce it to the people that you moved up here, bro.
Yo, don't put that camera on me, yo. Relax.
Yeah, put the camera and let everybody see that this man. No, hell no. We're gonna tell the truth and shame the devil. Just let them know that you have now moved to Sacramento.
Shout out to IUIC San Diego. Yo, hold it down. Make sure you follow us on YouTube.
He gonna call. He gonna like, I gotta tell y'all something.
Yeah. Put Azrai on the phone.
Yeah,
I ain't never come home.
Yeah. Yo, all praises to the Lord, man. So with that, hey, Officer Shem, take us out, man.
Yeah, man. You already know what time it is, man. Get it, man.
This is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 13, verse 21. Then I testified against them and said unto them, why lodge ye about the wall? If ye do so again, I will lay hands on you.
You already know what time it is, man. If you do this thing again, I gotta lay hands on you. We gotta lay hands on you. If you don't donate right here to the Booster Club, we gotta lay hands on you.
Yeah.
And if you don't come out the stairs and traffic, they gonna lay hands on you.
That's right. That's right.
You did to the Nehemiah Squad. We are your hosts, Officer Shem, Captain Zaccai, Officer Judah, and our special guest, Officer JDL.
That's
we
right.
out.
All praises. Most High Christ bless y'all. Shalom.
I need a break. I don't need a reason. I need a script. I don't need a grievance. Keep it to yourself. It's better for my health. Leave it on the shelf. Ain't hearing nothing else. Tonight ain't the night. Knowing the price. Pay it off with my life. Till it's out with your lights. Do it all for the Christ. And he ain't playing nice. Knew the end from the start. Fix your face like it's art. The sons of a simp, call them Bart. Yeah, you did your best, played your part. But now it's time to cut you to the heart. Flex on occasion. It's the strangeness of the salvation. You see it, believe it, amazing. Them terrorists coming invasion since the creation. War, mine, Lord, bless the general. Greatest nation, eat them unequivocal. Bombs dropping, buddy, cause it's biblical. Start shit, now it's time to finish you. Whoa. Said he won't woke, he looking for smoke. So, we give him some more. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world. And the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. And the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. And the beginning of ours. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world.
I can't wait for our kingdom to start and for there to be finished. Get rid of all of their idols and lying religions. Look for the crown like an Edris. Hey, this that crown talk. Wisdom of Solomon 5 talk. This that second Edris 6 and 9. We want eyes talk. It's your time to end. And my time begin. It's our time to win. Away with the sin. You know what it is. Rejoice with my kin. See that is why we repented. Golden streets, I can see myself in it. The city is bright, the kingdom of light. A wonderful sight past the angels, the inner light. I need 1,000 years of labor. Sit on my throne with my savior. Try to know wine, press alone. He bring pain like major. You think the nations is equal to us? T.K. Kirkland, who raised you? Flex on occasion, my God a racist. That's why we moving with patience. It's been a long time coming. I spent my whole life running. Now that I'm 10 toes down and established my faith on 100. Woe to the nations, my king will race them. You know they gotta be punished. Jeremiah 25. Yeah, you know they gon' fry. Whoa. Said he won't woke, he looking for smoke. So, we give him some more. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world. And the beginning of all.